So what is small talk? Means, as the name suggests, small talk is something, means small talk is the conversation which is very short, which is very brief. Means the conversation which is between two people or a group of people, sometimes in formal environment and sometimes in informal environment, but the length of the conversation is very small and the topics which are being discussed are casual. So this is also said that this small talk is something which is to initiate a conversation or to build a relationship or to know someone. So for these things, small talk is implied. Now, what are the learning outcomes? Means, what will the benefit of the learner after going through this session of small talk? First is it develops the ability to initiate and we can say initiate and sustain casual conversations. Means, like going through this session, the learner will be able to understand that what are the requirements, what are the abilities that are required to initiate, to begin a conversation and to carry on with that casual conversation. Then the second one is enhance listening skills and demonstrate active engagement. Means the learner will be able to realize that how the listening skills are enhanced and how active listening is very important. Active engagement or active listening is very important for small talk. It is then he will learn to ask open-ended questions to encourage dialogues. Means open-ended questions can be asked to encourage dialogues. Means to speak more. Means to carry on with the kind of conversation further. Then practice is expressing opinions and sharing experience briefly. Means the learner will be able to know that how it is to practice. Means how for the small talks, means one needs to practice to express opinions. Means how opinions are expressed and experiences are shared in a brief manner. So what we are going to learn in this session, what we will be discussing in this session is the introduction, the key components, then types of small talk, then effective techniques, importance of small talk, and then there will be the conclusion. Now we'll begin with the introduction to small talk. Means what is a small talk? Just as I briefed that small talk is a small conversation, a brief conversation that begins between two people and or a group of people, but the length of the conversation is very small and the environment or the topic which is being discussed is informal and it is in a very light mood. So this kind of conversation, it is called small talk. So as it is written, engaging in small talk is engaging in light informal conversation at social and professional settings. Means it can be at the social settings also, at the social level also, and it can be at the professional, in the professional environment also. Means when a new colleague comes to joins the organization, and then like it's simply, hello, how are you, where are you from, okay, so you were in which company earlier. So these are what? These are some few questions, or it can be just to initiate, hello, how are you doing? Oh, you have come from Delhi. Oh, you have traveled a long way. You must be tired. So this is a way how we begin a small conversation. And in social settings, hello, how are you? Hello, good morning. How are you? The weather today is very bad. It's raining cats and dogs. Yes, it is. So it can become difficult for all the activities. So these are small discussions which come under the category of small talk. Then the second point to consider is essential for building rapport and maintaining social connection. These small talks, these are initiated to build a rapport with a person. Means rapport with a person means when you talk with a person, means the person across develops a certain perception about you, and you also develop a perception about that person. And if like both of you have a positive positive perception, then means a repo can be built. Means repo can be built means you can start talking. You can, like, whenever you meet, you can say hi, hello, and if there is some, like, if there is nobody else, then you can talk to each other also. And maintaining social connections means, obviously, means once you once a person meets some other person in a party, then obviously in the next party, if they both meet, then it is like knowing each other. So even though they had a fleeting talk, a brief conversation with them, conversation with each other, but then also that small flicker of knowing a person is there. So, and then repo is there, means a repo is built, means if in such a social setting where everybody else is unknown, then those two people can gel around. So that is what is the meaning of a small talk. That it begins with a brief conversation, but it can slowly and gradually, it can lead to good relationships, good personal or professional relationships. Now, initiation. Now, the first thing is initiation, means initiation. Now, how do we begin with a small talk? The small talk can be started with initiation. Means initiation is one of the most important steps. Initiation means to begin something. Means begins with a simple greeting or observation. Means now when we begin talking to somebody, means even if we don't know a person, if the person is a complete stranger, then we can say, hello, how are you doing? This is how the conversation begins. Or greeting means, or good morning, and this is the way how the talk begins. So initiation is the key to everything. Means if I do not initiate for anything, I'll be lagging behind, or I can stop. Means if a task has been given to me, then if I do not initiate, if I don't start, then that task will keep on will lie on my table for a long time. So initiation means to take a step forward, to start something. So that is required, and that is for the initiation means when we need to initiate a conversation, that it is a simple greeting. We can initiate a small talk with a simple greeting. Example: hi there. How is your day been so far? So you can just simply ask, oh, how was the day today? How are you doing today? So these are, hi there, how are you doing today? How was your day today? So how are you? So these are simple sentences with which we can begin talking to a person. Then the topics for a small talk can be, means the topics, they revolve around neutral or non-controversial subjects. Means we need to, if we initiate a small talk, a conversation with somebody, then we need to be very careful that those topics should not be those topics which we select for talking, they should be either on the weather, means they should be some neutral topics. Means they can be on the weather, they can be on the environment, they can be about the hobbies of a person, or the gathering where we people have met. So these are the topics which are some neutral topics, and we have to be very specific that the topics which we take up, they should be non-controversial. Means non-controversial topics means, like, the topics, we should avoid the topics related to religion, because we do not know who the person is and what religion he follows. Then the second is the politics. Means obviously that is all the more dangerous topic, because if we start criticizing a political party and the person he favors that party, then instead of a conversation, instead of developing a small talk, it would be a heated discussion or a conversation. So we need to be very careful that the topic which we discuss has to be neutral and it has to be non-controversial. So the safest topics are like the weather. Means we can talk about the weather. Today it is very hot. Oh, we are looking forward towards the rain. Means when the monsoon is going to come. The temperature today was 38 or the temperature today was 46. I have heard that it has started raining in other states. So all these kind of topics, all these kind of sentences, all these discussions, they come under the weather. So weather is something which is like a very neutral thingy. Means we will not fight or we will not have a heated discussion over weather. So until and unless the person is a moron or something. So that was on a casual note. So the weather. Then we can talk about hobbies. That I like painting, and what are your hobbies like? Okay, I like listening to music. So what kind of music you listen? And this. Okay, yeah, this Arjit Singh. Yeah, I have also heard. I like that song of Arjit Singh. Okay. So these kind of topics like hobbies, and if we can talk about music and weather, these are some very general and very neutral topics. Then it is about travel experiences also. Okay, lately I was traveling to Goa. So what was your experience like in Goa? Because I also plan sometime in future that I'll go to Goa. So can you tell me something about Goa? And that's your discussion, your conversation begins. So this is like some very neutral and some very and non-controversial topics should be adopted. Then the second step for, or the second element for small talk is listening. Listening involves active listening to show genuine interest. Means if there are two types of listening. One is listening. No, there are rather three types. Means one is hearing, one is listening. Now the hearing is like when somebody is speaking, the sound falls in the ears, but it is not registered in the brain. So that is called hearing. Means the sound falling, the outside traffic. So that sound keeps on falling in the ears, but we do not register. Means we do not try to understand that what that sound says. So that is hearing. Now listening is like when we listen, when we hear, and when that hearing is registered, means we are able to understand what the message is, that then it becomes listening. Now listening is also of two types, that is passive listening and active listening. Passive listening is like when we listen but we don't give our reaction, we don't show, and we listen half-heartedly. That is called passive listening. And active listening is like when we listen with enthusiasm and then accordingly we respond. That is called active listening. So the listening which involves in small talks is active listening. Means to show that you are genuinely interested, because once what the person across has said, means whatever his question is or whatever he has said, then we need to listen. If I am holding a conversation with somebody, then I need to actively listen to it and then respond, because my response will show that I am genuinely interested in what he is saying. Because if I do not respond, that means that shows that lack of interest, that I am not interested in what he is talking, and the conversation will finish there and then. And it even leaves a very bad impression on the individual, on the speaker. Then like example are like, what is the example? How we can show that we are actively listening, because we cannot interrupt the person in between. Means from time to time, okay, yes, okay, fine, okay, fine. So these are not the words which because this will interrupt the discussion also. So what we can do is we can simply nod. So nodding will show that yes, we are genuinely interested and we are actively involved in the conversation. We are listening to what the speaker is saying. And maintaining eye contact means looking at the person. Means looking at the person, the other person can gauge, the speaker can gauge that the listener is actively interested in what the speaker is speaking. So first is initiation. These are the two elements. First element of small talk is initiation. Then second one is listening. The third is body language. Body language means non-verbal communication. Means body language comes under the category of non-verbal communication, and I'll just give you a brief information about what is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal cues or non-verbal communication is like we have discussed communication, and communication is of two types, that is verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is utilizes or uses words to express or to communicate. It is of two types, like written communication and written verbal communication and oral verbal communication. Now the second part of communication is, second type of communication is non-verbal communication. Now non-verbal communication is like when we communicate with the help of gestures, posture, or eye contact, or hand movements. So these all or symbols or images, these all are non-verbal cues or the methods of non-verbal communication. So body language falls, and body language also means facial expression, or hand movements, body language, means these all are cues of body language. So these all come under the category of non-verbal communication. So non-verbal cues, that means the body language, means our nodding of the head, that comes under body language, or eye contact, that comes under body language, or facial expressions, means the interest or boredom, it reflects on our face. So that also comes under body verbal, non-verbal cues. So we can, means through our non-verbal cues, we can convey our interest and we can convey our warmth, means means how much interest we are taking in the conversation, and the warmth means with warmth we are listening, we are paying attention to what the speaker has to say. Then example, smiling, means smiling is also one thing. Smiling is also something which is very, very important, and means just smiling at the person means it shows that you are, it shows it reflects the warmth. And then using open gestures means hand movements, like using our hands, then nodding our head from side to side in negation, or moving our head up and down for in affirmation. So these are the gestures which show that the person is interested in what the speaker is saying. Means then there are certain follow-up questions also, means once encourage further conversation and show engagement. Means once if we have started with a conversation, if a person says that yes, lately I have been in Goa, then what we can say is that, okay, tell me your experience about Goa. Sometime in future, I'm planning to have a vacation in Goa. I'm planning for a vacation in Goa. So that means this way, what I'll be doing, we are trying to encourage further conversation. Means we are trying to further communicate with that person, and we are trying to show engagement in what the information which the speaker has given us. Like I'm showing my interest that I want to know that what is there to do in Goa, and what are the places where a person can stay and the person can visit, and what are the things like working in Goa. So all this is like, this can encourage further conversation, and like these kind of conversations, slowly and gradually, by the end of the conversation, a bonding has been created between the listener and the speaker. So example can be, that sounds interesting, what was it like? Means if I say that I went to the movie, I went to the magic show, means there is a magic show in the city, and then I say like, yes, yeah, the speaker will say that, yes, yeah, yesterday evening I went, I took my children to the magic show. So the listener will say, that sounds interesting, so what was it like? So this is one way that I am taking interest in what the person has, the information the person has given, and side by side showing interest and engagement, I am engaging in further conversation. So avoiding controversy means this is another element, means we need to avoid controversy. No kind of controversy should be there, means such topics, from the beginning only I mentioned that any topic, means any topic which is related to politics, which is related to religion, that topic should be avoided. Means if it is a social gathering or in a professional gathering, means any kind of controversy, any kind of any controversial topic related to any policy of the management or the promotions of the management or introduction of new softwares, means anything which has a controversy, which has a difference of opinion among the employees, so that kind of topics should not be discussed. Those kind of topics should not be taken up. So avoid any kind of controversies. So that is steer clear of sensitive topics, means any kind of sensitive topics, means religion and politics. These are two topics which are extremely sensitive, whether in a social environment or in a political environment. So these kind of topics should strictly be avoided for small conversation, because for small talk. Then, like examples, let's keep it light and enjoyable. So we can keep our topic, whatever the topic is, whatever the conversation is, we should keep the topic light and we should keep the topic enjoyable, the conversation enjoyable. Then the balance, the next element is of balance, means finding equilibrium between speaking and listening, means it should not be a monologue, means it has to be a dialogue. Monologue is that when one person is speaking and the other person is listening, that is a monologue. And dialogue is when equal chances are given to the listener and the speaker, means both the individuals, they play equal roles as a listener also and as a speaker also, means they speak turn by turn. That is a dialogue. So in this, a balance needs to be maintained between speaking and listening, means if the speaker keeps on speaking and the listener just listens, then it can be monotonous, and the speaker would get an idea, or he would make out that the listener is not interested. So after speaking for some time, the listener will stop. So if the listener is taking an interest, then it is mandatory that the listener gives his response in any way, or he can even ask small questions in between to show that he is interested in what the speaker is speaking. Then second is, or he can even give his point of views also in between. Then example is like allowing the other person to share their thoughts, means this depends upon the speaker also, means the speaker also should wait for the listener to put forward his point of view. He should also give an equal chance for the listener to speak, because if the speaker will keep on speaking and there is no chance, if he will not give chance to the listener to speak, then obviously the listener will not speak. So an equilibrium has to be maintained. A balance needs to be maintained on the part of both the speaker and the listener, means both need to give chance to the other person and they both need to exchange the situations. Then exit gracefully. That is, means when we finish up the conversation, when we finish up the small talk, then it needs to be exit gracefully, means we need to end the conversation in a very in a very polite manner and positively, in a positive manner, in a polite and positive manner. It should not be abrupt ending, means like I can give you an example that came to my mind just now. That example is like when I am speaking to somebody, means it is a social environment and I have gone to a party and I am speaking to a person for the first time. We have initiated a small talk, a brief conversation, and then somebody calls me, means I hear my name being called out, means somebody calls me. So means I need to take time for 2 seconds, then I can say, okay, it was nice talking to you. Somebody is calling, so we'll catch up soon. So we'll catch up later, but we'll catch up soon. But soon. So this kind of an ending, it is polite also, it is positive also, and it is a graceful ending. So this way, the listener means they give 2 seconds for the listener, means the listener and speaker, they both means whosoever is being called, they need to give 2 seconds to each other to sum up, to wrap up, and then move away. Because if somebody has spoken and like if somebody has called out my name and I abruptly turn and start walking, so that will be a very rude ending, and it would be rude ending to the small talk, and it would give a very rough impression to the other person. So then if the other mind minds it, then there won't be any further chance of any kind of conversation developing again. Even if it is in a social environment that we meet at parties, or in a professional environment, means where we meet often. So in both the cases, it leads to a very bad impression. So the example is, it was great. It was great chatting. Take care. It was great chatting. Take care. We'll catch up soon. So it's great. It was great chatting. This can be take care. This can be one way of ending. So okay, nice to talk to you. We'll catch up soon. Some other day. We'll catch up soon. So these all are the things these all are the methods to exit a small talk with grace, with positivity and politeness. Now, adaptability. Adapting to what? Adapting to different social contexts and personalities, means when we are adapting or we are adjusting to different social contexts and personalities, means when we are talking to people, means means if we are talking to a person in a social context, means we do not know a person and we belong to different social strata, then we need to adapt a different way of talking to each other. And if the person is like some hi-fi personality, means somebody, some known name in the society, so then we need to adapt and adjust to such situations and to such people, and then we need to talk to them. Means the way I'm talking to my friend, let's say a very close friend of mine, or no, it is not about friends here. So yeah, like if I am the kind, means the way I talk to my friend, hello, hi sweetheart, how are you doing? So if I meet in a social gathering, if I meet the HOD of my college or the directors of my college, then I cannot say, hi sir, hi sweetheart, hi sir, how are you doing? No, that's not. Means the demeanor, my demeanor will be formal. Means it has to be with proper respect and with some formality. No doubt that when we are the only two people who are alone in the gathering, and we two people only know each other, then we would talk to each other, but then we will have to adjust to the situation, and it has to be different. So we need to tailor the conversation or the conversation style in formal or informal settings, and it has to be formal or informal. Means depending upon the person whom we are talking to and the social background or the social context in which our meeting has taken place. So this is a point which needs to be kept in mind, because means different people, different situations, so we need to adjust to those situations, and we need to adjust to those peoples, and accordingly we need to decide our talking pattern. Means what questions we will ask and the way we will speak, both the things are important. Then practice, means if we do not know, then we need to practice. We need to practice small talk. And what is practice? It improves with regular engagement. Means it is not that we will stand in front of a mirror and we'll practice this. Means practice is that we can improve with regular engagement. Means when we keep on regular practicing. Means when I meet colleagues in my college. Means if there are a number of colleagues, if there are 100 colleagues in my college, then I did not have one-to-one conversation or discussion with every. Means it is just like hi, hello, or good morning. There are many people who are limited to only hi, hello, and good morning conversations. So with those people, means when I meet next time, I can say hi, how is life going? Or another person, I can say, oh, the weather is bad today. So the weather is awful, or the weather is very nice. So these kind of small conversations means I can regularly practice these kind of conversations, means I can engage in such kind of small talks with people, and slowly and gradually it will improve. The more I practice, the more it will improve. Then examples are initiating small talk with new acquaintances. So this is what I was explaining, that the new people who have come means I should take one step forward, and I should engage in small talks or in small conversation with these people, with the new people who had joined my institute or my organization. So that way, that will be one practice, means like we engage ourselves in these regular small talks. Then now, after what is small talk, and what are the types of what are the elements of small talk? I think you people are able to understand that, because elaborately with examples I have discussed what is small talk, and then I have even focused on what are the elements that are important for a small talk. Now my next now I will discuss what are types of small talk, means what are the different types of small talks. Means number one is social small talk, means building rapport at social gatherings. Means social small talk means when we initiate a conversation with people in a social at a social gathering, means when, let's say, it is a wedding party, or it is some ceremony, any kind of social gathering. So at that, so means if I have gone to attend a concert, or see a play being staged, or it is means the annual function of my kid. So or a marriage marriage reception. So any kind of social gathering, when we start, means when we talk in such social gathering, when we initiate small talk, that means social, means it is basically the purpose of such kind of small talk is to build rapport with the people, to initiate a conversation, and to know people, and to develop a relationship, a friendship with people. So in the social gathering, in the social setup, like we can discuss lovely weather today, isn't it? It's lovely weather. Or if I am there at the wedding reception, I can say, oh my God, what a beautiful arrangement, isn't it? And like the other person will start speaking. Means have you tasted the food? The food is good. The food is good. Taste that Chinese dish, and the conversation begins. So these kind of conversations, they are in the social gatherings, and the purpose of these conversations is to build rapport, to build friendship, or knowing each other, simply knowing each other. Then professional small talk. This is the second type. Professional small talk is like when the setting is professional, means when we establish connections in business settings or a professional setting, means when there is a meeting, means when we are waiting for the person to address the meeting, means whosoever the person is, the resource person to address the meeting, means in the conference hall we all are waiting, and then we start talking to each other. So that is called a professional setting, and in that professional environment, and with the professional people only, when we initiate a conversation. So this is to establish a connection with the person or acquaintance who is there, means knowing a person, just knowing a person, or beginning a rapport with the person. So that is, the setting is professional, and the people whom we are talking, they are also professional. So the example can be, how was your weekend? Any exciting plans? So how was your weekend? Did you have any exciting plans? Or where are you going? What are you doing this weekend? So or there is a new coffee shop is a new coffee shop has come up near the college. So do you think have you tried that, or do you want to try it? So these kind of small talks, or we can even start means how much means where have you reached in that assignment, where have you reached in the, because it may be some common assignment which has been given to everybody. So where have you reached in that assignment, or how much you have done? So these are kind of small conversations we can begin in a professional environment and with professional people. Means we don't need to get involved in anything deeper, means talking about any other colleague, or we are talking about any higher up, no, or criticizing anybody. That is strictly a no for in professional settings. Then we come up with casual small talk. Casual small talk is everyday conversation. Everyday conversation in relaxed environment, means when it is a casual talk with a neighbor, means neighbor or somebody I meet on the street, and like the environment is casual, the environment is informal, and we can speak in a relaxed manner with any person. Like, do you come here often? Means like this can be like, I have gone to the temple and there I meet somebody and say, do you come here every often? Or if I have been to a coffee shop, then do you come here often? The coffee is great. So this is a kind of casual conversation which takes place in a relaxed environment with the people maybe we know or the people we do not know. So this is some everyday conversation, and this is the way how we can begin a conversation with the people I meet at the temple or at the coffee shop. Now, what is the importance of this small talk? What is the importance of small talk? That is, most important function of the small talk is building rapport. Means we can build rapport with people, with our neighbors, with the people of our society, with our colleagues, and or with our colleagues, or the people we meet at the social or professional gatherings. So the most important the most important function of the small talk is to develop a rapport, and that rapport is developed when we talk to people, when we converse with people, when we share our ideas, and when it happens a number of times, when these small talks, when they take place a number of times, then slowly and gradually a relationship can be developed. And it can be means a relationship, means a conversation or a small talk which started with 2 or 3 informal questions. It can shape into a strong friendship that is long lasting, or that lasts lifelong. So that is the importance of small talk. Means because when we talk to people, then only we can know that what is their what is the outlook of the person, means whether we can gel around with the person, means whether there is same bonding can be developed or not. So these small things we can come to know through small talk, and if we have a clicking, then we can elaborate, or it can develop into friendship or a long association, and if not that it can remain to the small talks only. So this is one thing. Then the second thing is creating connections and familiarity. That means when we have these small conversations with people, then we create connection, because slowly and gradually we can come to know that they belong to which particular, means let's say if I come to know of a person, then I come to know that which college he belongs to. Then if tomorrow I have some work, means I have to organize an FDP, or I have to organize for a lecture, or I require a resource person, or I need any kind of help with that from any other college, then I can contact that person. I can connect to that person. So the connections are created by small talk. Means we cannot simply go to a person and we can just say, listen, can you help me out with this? So if I say that, then it becomes awkward at times, that I do not know a person, and I go and I put that person in an awkward situation by asking that person to help me or guide me for something. But if I already have a small if I already had initiated small talk with such a person, with that person, then it will be a less awkward situation for both of us. So it can create connections which can later be useful in the social context or in the professional context also. And familiarity means means with these small talks we become familiar with people, and sometimes there are situations, means we can be stranded in awkward situation also. We can land in such situations where means we can go to a party where there is no other person I know. So any person with whom I have with which I had initiated a conversation at some time, then that element of familiarity is there, and then we can gel along, or at least we can give each other company for the time being in that social or professional gathering where we both are the only people known to each other. So connections can be made, familiarity can be developed, and this way these things can lead to these can prove very helpful in future also. And like example is sharing experiences to find common ground. Means we can share experiences also. Means when two people, when they talk to each other, means unknown people also, like as I have given you an example of a vacation to go. So means even if we people are unknown to each other, means we can guide each other, means we can share experience, we can guide each other, means one person can ask questions and the other can answer. So this way connections and rapport and familiarity is developed. Then networking, means this is very important, that networking which can be useful for in both the context, means social context also, and networking can be useful in, obviously it is very useful in professional arena also. So networking is facilitating new opportunities and partnership. Means when we know people, when we have a small conversation with people, we can come to know about the mindset of the people. We can build a rapport with the people, and then this can lead to new opportunities also. Maybe there is an opportunity, there is a vacancy in his organization, and he can help me out with that. Or if there is means if I am on the verge of means I am looking for a partner for a setup which I want to make, so then I can a partnership also, like if that person is also interested, then that partnership relationship can also develop. So this networking is created, and the people today in today's life where there is means in the social connect, in the social scenario, or even in the professional scenario, the person who has a good network is the person who is the most successful, because networking, it helps in building relations also, and networking, it helps a person professionally also. So networking is very important. So means example, discussing mutual interest at a conference. Means if we meet somebody at a conference, and then we can discuss mutual interest, and like later on we can connect to each other also on the basis of those mutual interests. Like let's say there was a conference in my college, because mine is a management college, and there was a conference regarding the management, regarding some topic of management, some title, management related title, and then means we people meet, and then I I say like, listen, I have a special interest in English literature. Like if you come across any good conference of English literature, then let me know. So that person also, the other person says, yeah, I am also very much interested in literature. So like if I come to know of any conference, I will tell that person, and if he or she comes across any such conference, he would tell me. So that way our networking is built. So this is how means networking. It is very helpful in both social as well as networking as a professional arena, specifically in a busy scenario like the current scenario. So social lubricant, yes, it is a social lubricant which helps maintain social relationships. Now, what is a lubricant? Lubricant is the chemical which is used, or which is put in machines for the successful, or for the perfect or proper functioning of the different parts of the machine. That is a lubricant. So social lubricant means these small talks, they work as a lubricant in maintaining social relations. Means if I have seen a person, or if I have known a person for long ago, means in my previous college where I was working, I know somebody, and maybe I was not very familiar with that person, means not very close with that person. So means the person belonged to some other department, means it's just a hi, hello, or I know that person was in my college. So if I again tend to meet that person in any social or professional gathering, then I can begin a small talk with that person. So that will means it will lubricate my relationship, means knowing my relationship with that person, means we people knowing each other, that would be further exercised through the small talk. So making gatherings enjoyable and comfortable, that is also a social lubricant. That is also one aspect of social lubricant. That is making gatherings enjoyable and comfortable. Means when in a gathering there is a person, means a person who sings or a person who cracks joke, that person is also, means that is also one aspect of social lubricant. Means that person, he becomes known, he becomes a known face, and people would like to speak to him, because he becomes the apple of everybody's eye of that party. Means he tries to make people comfortable, he talks in a very polite manner, and he tries to make people comfortable there, and with his jokes, with his song, or with his performance, he can make the gathering enjoyable. So such people, means everybody would like to hold a conversation with such kind of a person. Means example, light-hearted conversation at a party, means somebody who holds or initiates a light-hearted conversation. Then next is showing interest. Means showing interest is that demonstrating empathy and understanding. Means we can show interest in the person by demonstrating empathy and understanding. Means trying to understand the situation of the other person. Means like if I talk to a person who is means if I meet a person, and that person, he is means the person, he is he's working in some institute where the working hours are very long. So I can show empathy and I can show an understanding with that person, and that is one way of one type of small talk. That means that I can say like, yeah, I can understand long working hours you have, so it would be very difficult for you to manage your household work also, or manage your family also. So this is what means I am trying to show an understanding. Means I am trying to empathize with that person, means realizing the condition of the person, that how the person across, means that the other individual is trying to cope up or managing. So that is also one way, and that the person would say, yeah, like coming so late from my college or the organization wherever the person is working, means it becomes very difficult that at times when there is overload of work, it even takes 9 o'clock, and then like we people have to manage ordering food from the restaurant. So this is like a small discussion or a small talk can begin. Like if I show interest in the other person's life, means not digging into the life, but understanding means what the person is doing and how the person is managing. Means asking about someone's recent vacation, means that is also one way. This is a second example. Means I can ask the person, if I know that some colleague of mine, he had been for a conversation, he had been to Kashmir for a conversation, for a vacation, then I can ask about that. So that also would develop, means showing interest in the activities of the other person also develops a rapport, and that is also one type of small talk. Then now we come to after the different types of small talks, it is effective small talk technique. Means what is the small talk, how can we make our small talk effective? That is, start with a positive opener. That means whatever way, the way we are talking, means our small talk, we can start with a positive sentence, with a punchline. Hey, long time. Hey, your dress is looking nice. So that is there. Oh, you did commendable work in your presentation. Means your presentation was commendable. So these are the positive sentence openers. These are the punchlines which would automatically attract the attention of the other individual, means the listener. And initially he would also appreciate, means if he appreciates somebody, means the person immediately develops a liking and the conversation begins. Like there is one example I would like to give, that hi, it's great to see you here, how's your day? So if I meet a person at a social gathering, means some resident of my society whom I do not, means I have seen in the society, but I did not have much conversation. So I can begin this small talk like, hi, it's great to see you here. How's your day today? How was your day today? So this is one way of beginning a conversation. So then means ask open-ended questions. Means the questions that need to be asked should always be open-ended. Means the person is free to give answers. Means so that means open-ended questions means the questions are such questions are framed and asked that there can be multiple answers. Means according to the understanding of the perception of the person. So open-ended questions can be asked. Like example, what do you enjoy most about your job? So there can be different dimensions. Means a person can enjoy the functioning, or the job is related to his education, or the job is, means the exercise in the job, means whatever the process he's doing, that process is enjoyable, or it is according to the hobbies or the interests of the person. So these kind of questions he can answer, the other person can answer the question in many ways. So such kind of questions should be put forward. Then the second point is listen actively. Means one of the other technique for effective for small talk conversation is that simple that is engaging. Means we need to engage ourselves. Means we need to listen actively, because if we are listening actively, then we need to show that yes, we are taking interest in the conversation. Means engage with nods. We can nod. We can ask follow-up questions, which would show the speaker that yes, we are actively engaged. We are listening word to word what the speaker is speaking. So this way we can find a common ground for that. Means the topic which needs to be and we need to find a common ground. That means discussing hobbies or shared experiences. Means we can discuss hobbies of with each other. Means if we share similar hobbies, we can discuss upon that, or we can exchange information about each other's hobbies also, or we can share any experience. Means like I went to that conference, or I went to that meeting. So experiences means what was the other person's experience about the meeting, and what was your experience about the meeting. So whatever we do, whatever we discuss, means listening actively and showing active participation in the conversation is a must. Then next is stay positive and neutral. Means positivity. Positive means a person has to be to be very, very positive. Means we should not indulge in any negative comments, any negative conversation, or bitching about some other person, or criticizing any colleague or any organization. So we need to be positive. Means we have to talk only and only about good things and our own interests. There is so much good in the world we can talk about. So be positive, stay positive. Means talk positive and be neutral. Means never ever indulge in any controversial topics. Never ever indulge in discussions on politics, religion, or on politics, or any particular cultural taboos or orthodox traditions. We should not indulge. So that way we can be positive, we can be neutral, and show respect to every person. Means show respect to everything. Means that way, that will means showing respect or respecting other person's perspective, or other culture, other religion, other person's point of view. It will further affix your relationship with the other person. Means the example is offering a brief anecdote related to the topic. Means if there is a topic, then we can, if any particular discussion or any particular topic is there, then instead of getting into conversations where we need to examples, where we need to look down upon other person, or where we have to highlight the negativity of the other person, we can take the example of some anecdote. Then exit gracefully. That is something which is very important, that we need to, there shouldn't be abrupt ending to the conversation. We need to exit exit gracefully. Means with a nod, with a smile, with a bye, and with means we'll catch up soon. That kind of ending should be there. Like one example is there: it's been great catching up. Let's do this again soon. So this is one very important line which is there to end a conversation. Gracefully. That is, means we need to show the other person that we have enjoyed talking with him or her, and that we look forward to talk with that person in future also. So it would give a very means this way we are appreciating the person, and the person would also come to know that I have liked talking to him or her, and that way her answer would tell me that she also or he also did not get bored in my company. So now the next thing, which is effective small talk. That means this is one means effective small talk. I have given certain examples. I have even mentioned certain examples of effective small talk. Means a very small examples. Means like social setting example. What is it? Have you tried the appetizers here? They are fantastic. Means just like when I am sitting on a table in a restaurant, and I am there to I am eating my dinner, then I can talk to the person. Have you tried these appetizers? They are very good. And like they say, no, I have not. But if you are saying, I would. So this is also one way of small talk. Then professional setting. An example for the professional setting is: how did you get started in your field? I have always been curious. So we can ask a person in my means I can ask my colleague, how did you get started? Means how did you get into the educational field? So means I'm always curious to know, or what is your journey in this educational field? Means from where did you start? So these are the questions which can begin a small effective effective small talk in a professional context or in a professional setting. Then an office environment. Means office environment. Did you catch the game last night? What did you think of the outcomes? So means, did you see the cricket? Did you see the cricket match? last night, and what do you think of, means what was the result like, means what do you think of the result. So this is one kind of, means in the office environment also a casual talk can be initiated. Then community event example, means a community event example can be there, means are you involved are you involved in local clubs or activities. I am thinking of, I'm exploring new hobbies, so I can ask somebody, means I don't know, I can ask somebody in the community, means in the community event, means I can ask somebody, means what have you joined any library, what kind of books are there, I was also thinking of reading some more books. Okay, so or have you joined any club, and I also am looking forward to join one. So these kind of conversations. Then cultural event example, means an example that is, they have you seen any good movies lately, I am looking for recommendations. Then means that is, means have you seen any good movies lately, means have you been, and then like if the other person says like yes, I have seen Kalki, so and it is a good movie, so what do you think about it. He says that yes, it's fine, it's entertaining. Okay, it is one time see, so okay, I would also see that. So that way a conversation can begin. Then the person can tell you a little more about the conversation, about the movie, and the conversation can go on. Then education setting examples, that is, what classes are you taking this semester, any favorites so far. So what classes, means in an educational setting, means one student can ask the other, means which courses, which classes are you currently taking, or which means which courses are you enrolled in, or are you taking any course apart from this. So I am also thinking of I am also thinking of getting enrolled, or do you have any suggestions that which one should I get enrolled. So these kind of conversations. Then restaurant setting example, this place has amazing food, have you tried their dessert menu. So this is again one setting, this is also one example in the restaurant setting, that this place has an amazing food, have you tried their dessert menu, do you need to one. No, yes, I have tried dessert, I have had gulab jamun. No, you should try Sunday ice cream, their Sunday ice cream is famous or special. So that way a conversation can begin. Then we have volunteer event example. Volunteer means volunteer is when we need to volunteer something, that is, how did you get involved with this organization, means when there is some organization where people, means just not for the sake of money, means when they come forward, means like it can be a blood donation camp where a person volunteers to donate blood, means he's not being forced, he's not being compelled, but on his own, when he thinks of means doing some social work and he donates blood, he goes to that blood donation camp. So there a conversation can begin, that is, how did you get involved with this organization, means how did you come forward, how did you begin, means what do you enjoy most here, means campaigning part, or explaining people about the importance of blood donation, or drawing blood, means I can ask a blood donation blood camp volunteer, and a conversation can begin that way. So we have discussed a lot about the different aspects of small talk, and now we come to the conclusion, that is, mastering small talk enhances interpersonal skills. Means when we master the small talk, means our interpersonal skills are enhanced, means our interpersonal skills. Interpersonal means the skills interpersonal skills are the skills which are being used when we talk to when two individuals say talk to each other, or when we are talking in a group. So the skills which are required there, they would be enhanced, means how we need to talk, how we can address, means the politeness in the word, or in the speech, or assertiveness, how we need to ask questions, whether it is a formal, means the question, means what kind of questions, what language to be used. So all this come under the category of interpersonal skills. So those interpersonal skills would be enhanced. Then building relationships and navigating various social and professional settings confidently, means a person who can involve in small talk, he can build relationships with people and navigate, and he can carry through means various social and professional settings confidently. Means he can navigate conversations, he can initiate conversations, he can hold discussions in social gatherings also and professional settings also with lot of confidence. Then small talk is essential for building initial connections and fostering relationships. Means initial connections can be developed, because that is all what we have discussed, that small talk is all about developing a rapport and understanding the point of view of the other person, and then developing relationships. So these small talks, they can further, because these small talks, they can develop good friendly relationships, good friendships, or long lasting relationships. Means the relationships which last lifelong. So these small talks, they can take further shape of this, and can further shape of this, and this initial conversation, it can even lead to good relationships. Means they can develop small bonds, or they can develop small bonds, and they can foster strong relationships. Then it enhances communication skills by encouraging active listening and thoughtful responses. Means communication skills of the person involved in small talk, his communication skills are enhanced, he develops confidence, he develops active listening, and he learns how to give thoughtful responses. Because the initial means the first step towards small talk is that when we are talking to an unknown person. Means obviously we might have seen that person, but we do not know anything about that person. So a person is kind of unknown to us. So at that time, the conversation which takes place is it is formal. So the responses which are given need to be thoughtfully designed. So thoughtful responses, then active listening, and asking specific questions, and communicating with the person in a proper manner, all this is developed through small talk. Then engaging in small talk can boost confidence in social interactions. Means once we start talking, the confidence is developed. Means 1%, 2%, 3%, and slowly and gradually we can talk to any people. We can initiate small talk, we can talk to people. Means we are confident, we develop confidence in talking with different people in different situations. So such a person becomes a social bee, or a social bee. Means a person can means interact with anyone, and he develops a strong networking with people, social networking. So it provides a platform to share and learn about diverse experiences and perspectives. Means small talk, it gives a stage, a platform to share our experiences, our information, and our perspectives with other person. And simultaneously we can also know about the likes, dislikes, and the perceptives, point of views of the other person, and the experiences which the other person has observed. Means the experiences which the other person has. So this way we can get a lot of information. Means lot of knowledge is exchanged through small talk. Then mastering small talk leads to deeper, more meaningful conversations over time. Means obviously this is what is small talk about. Means once we have mastered the art of small talk, the small talk can lead to deeper and more meaningful conversations over time. Means we can find a friend in the person whom we randomly initiated a small talk. We can find a long lost friend, we can find a brother, we can develop relationships, and or we can make strong strong bonds with the person. We can develop companionship also, and means or a senior person also, with from whom we can take guidance. We can share our feelings, we can take guidance, we can discuss our problems. So these small talks which begin in a formal or informal setting with 2 or 3 formal questions, they can further develop into deeper and more meaningful conversations, which could be helpful in personal as well as professional life. So this is all about small talk. I think you people have understood. You people are able to. You people have. You people are able to understand what I have discussed, and you have enjoyed my class. Thank you very much.